Hi everyone. As in the previous video, we have talked about the as-is and to-be business process for a life insurance application. We're going to talk about the business requirement document to move from as-is business to the to-be process. So as there are different formats which every other organization uses, but moreover, the things that are contained in the business requirement is moreover the same in all the documents. The verbiage could be different, but mostly the same things would contain, which would mean the same. So the document which I've designed, so I designed in this way. Firstly, I mentioned the current business problem. Then I'll be talking about the proposed solution, then system impacted, assumption dependencies, and the most important part, that is the business requirements. Okay, so firstly, we're gonna talk about the current business problems. As we see in the as is business process, we saw the whole process. Like the insurance agent tell the customer to fill up the application and then submitting that application to the company. Then the imaging team would scan the application. Then the data entry person would enter the application into the internal system, and the underwriter would either approve or reject it, and then fulfillment team would print the result and send it to the mail. That's the whole process. But there are various issues in this process. There are various manual processes that we're going to talk about. So let's talk about the manual process in this. First is the filling up a paper application. Second is scanning the application. Third is manually data entry of the application. Fourth is printing and mailing of application result. The other business problems are that there would be several errors, data errors resulting from mistakes made by data entry person. The third would be the expenses result from printing and mailing the application result. So these three business problems are there in the current insurance application. So what is the proposed solution that we're going to talk about? That we would be building a customer facing website which will allow applicant to submit their application. Then the system will also allow the applicant to track the status of application, whether the underwriter has approved or rejected, as well as allow them to pay the insurance premium. They will be allowed to pay their premium online through their website. The third thing that is in the BRD is the system impact. So there are two things that are impacted, that would be impacted if we do the to be process. The first would be we have to create a new customer facing website. Second would be the internal system used by the underwriter. As we see in the as is business, that the underwriter would be using the internal application rather than using the website. So the system would be changed. Okay. The fourth thing is assumptions and dependencies, which in this case would be nothing but usually assumption and dependencies are whenever we are using any third party. Supposingly, if we use any third party such as PayPal or American Express or various net banking to process the payments of from the customer to the life insurance company, then these can be the dependencies. But as in the case, we are not using any of these things. We are using our own payments. That's why we are not dependent. The insurance company is not dependent on anyone. So fifth thing is most important in the BRD, that is the business requirements. In the business requirements, moreover, the top level requirements are digital profile management, application management, account management, beneficiary management, updates to internal system and remove capabilities from internal system, and they are subparts to that. So digital profile management in the sense means when the user register or log in or they gonna change password. So let's go into it. So the requirements are ability for the user to register, user to log in, user to change password, user to retrieve user ID, user to retrieve password. Application management means applying in the insurance application, viewing the status of it, and we can also cancel the life insurance application that I'll mention over here. Third would be the accounts management, in which the customer can pay the premium, or we can say the user can pay the premium. User can update the address or their contact information, and user can also see the payment history. Beneficiary management, as we see, like as we know that in the policy we can have our beneficiary, that means our family members, into our application. So we can add the beneficiary, remove any beneficiary, and edit the beneficiary details as well. Fifth thing is update to internal system, as by making the website, the the application that the underwriter would receive would be little changed, that would be updated. And then ability for the underwriter to notify the applicant the result of application via email, as we know that automated email would be sent to the customer. So that would be the change thing. On clicking the approve button from the underwriter, automated mail would be sent to the customer. And sixth and the last most thing in this BRD document would be the removing the capabilities from internal system. So we're gonna remove the two capabilities, that would be ability to scan an image and ability to create an internal application, as in our own website already customer would be entering the data uh, in a website. Okay, the website will open up an application and customer will be entering the data in it. So we do not need an imaging team or a data entry person in that. So that's it about the BRD document for an life insurance domain. Yeah, thank you.